I'm a busy man. I've got a lot on my plate. But when I get calls from Harvard, calls from Stanford, I pick up the phone. Even if it means they want me to go to Chicago, cold and gray as it is, in the middle of flyover country. Those coastal elites had a crisis on their hands. All their top bankers and consultants fleeing New England and the West Coast to come here to Chicago, and they wanted to know why. That's what I'm here to find out. I tried to get a feel for the place. Weird artwork everywhere. I couldn't make sense of any of it. Although, I had to admit, even that sounded interesting. Maybe I would check it out. But now, I needed to get to the bottom of this. Time to ask some first years. So why are you here and not somewhere else?
I heard this is the school that grades don't matter.
She really didn't seem like the type to not care about grades. I had a hunch that she had a hefty academic scholarship in her back pocket and didn't want everyone to know that she was the one ruining the curve in the foundations classes.
Sponsorship.
Interesting. Someone else was paying for her to be here for this 2-year vacation. Couldn't you get them to send her someplace warmer, like Iceland? So, why are you here?
Dean Kumar told me to swing for the fences because he always had my back.
I loved watching the look on his face as he realized that his idol had left him out to dry, like laundry flapping on a windy city clothesline.
The maroon really brings out my eczema.
That didn't even feel like a real answer.
So I don't have to live in a suburb.
She could have been literally anywhere else, but instead, she decided to make this about Kellogg.
Just had a feeling it was the Cubs' year.
Did he know something that I didn't? Or is this an example of that old saying, even a broken clock is right once every 108 years? All right, doll. So why are you here and not somewhere else?
Well, the supply of men met my demand curves.
Ah, yes, the bad econ joke. There's nothing sexier than a demand curve. Where else but at Booth would someone find that entertaining? She's probably a real hit at the liquidity preference functions.
I was sick of all the balmy weather in California. I wanted to see how the other half lives.
She was so condescending. I couldn't tell if she really meant it, or if her self-awareness was just that low. Why are you here, and not somewhere else?
Because after Mercer at first day, I was sold.
Ah, yes. Mercer 25. A place where the Miller Lite flows more freely than the sweat dripping off of eager TNDCers, shouting at the top of their lungs, desperate for someone to share an Uber pool with at the end of the night. Just kidding. The Miller Lite doesn't flow freely. It's about $9 a bottle. Really, what's not to love? So why are you here and not somewhere else?
Why don't you go ask those assholes at HBS?
I had to remind him that I was the one asking the questions here. And those assholes at HBS, they're the ones that brought me here to do this job. And now, he seemed more bitter to be here than the cold Chicago winter.
Well, Bumble wasn't working.
Do people even still use Bumble? Back at HBS, people are using The League, but I guess she wouldn't know anything about that. Were these people for real? Were these the real reasons that they were here and not somewhere else? I just stared and drew lines and connected dots and just tried to find something in common to make this all make sense. The more I looked, the more it started to feel right. You know, the grades, the weather, Mercer 25, even the Cubs. It was their year. But did that mean this was the place to be? I thought for a little while longer. And then it hit me. I knew what I had to do. It was time.